It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this Wednesday, April the 12th, 2023, coming to you from Bedford County, Virginia, Central Virginia area on a nice spring day for a change after, about 5 nights that we were down in the 30s. It's going to be up in the 80s today. So I've gone back to shorts. I like that a lot. Do have a couple news stories this morning. Not a whole lot going on in the travel world. Carnival Spirit has a rescue of 24 migrants. Yeah, it's that time of year, folks. It seems like there's a migration story every day. Delta has resumed flights to Havana. Did you know we were flying to Havana now? I didn't. Disney changes Fiji ports of call. And Carnival, once again, raises some more prices. That and a lot more here at 11 o'clock this morning. Today, folks, is National Licorice Day. I'm not much on licorice. Don't care for the taste, don't care for the texture. I'm going to pass on today's National Licorice Day. Go for it if you like that stuff. I don't. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcast from. All the big hitters, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Pandora, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. Anytime you're listening via the podcast and want to hop over to the video feed to see clips or pictures we may be using on that day's broadcast, there's always a link in the description of the podcast to do just that. So, as far as announcements goes, I actually had an interesting talk yesterday with our friend Christy Durso. She's been asked to speak to Travel Colorado. That's primarily a ski organization. So she's going to go out and talk about disability situations on ski slopes. Knowing Christy, figuring out how she can ski on a chair or something, who knows? I imagine that will be a good one, though. Mr. Bucket List and I are going to be doing another live stream on Friday night for all you folks that are scheduled on our May 1st cruise on the Norwegian Joy, or for folks that are scheduled on the Joy and don't necessarily have booked with us, but you're just on the Joy, especially if you're solo. Hop in, join us. We'll answer some questions. We'll go over what we're going to do, and who knows what'll come out of this when Justin and I get together. But if you're booked on that cruise, stop in and say hello. And if you just have some interest in possibly going on a hosted solo cruise sometime, or like my Alaska cruise Labor Day weekend, we have some solo cabins. We also have some double occupancy cabins available. So it doesn't have to be all solo, although if we have a cruise with all solos, that's fine too. We are not using normal solo cabins like are found on some of the Norwegian ships, for instance. We're using regular cabins and giving a solo price. So, Alaska cruise starts at $628 a person, and goes up from there, plus taxes and port charges. They're about $250. But anyway, Justin and I will be on at 7 o'clock Friday night to talk about the May 1st cruise. That'll be the main subject matter. Then, of course, feel free to ask us any questions about anything, and we'll certainly try to answer them as best we can. As the weather starts to warm, flowers start to spring from the ground, you want to get out more. What better way to enjoy the outdoors than with a new mobility device? Shop with Scootaround or Will Power Chairs now and get 8% off on all mobility devices. The offer ends on the 23rd of April. So you've got 11 days. Anything across the board, 8% off, just to celebrate spring from the Scootaround. You can either shop online, or you can call 844-664-7467. And if you talk to someone, use my SRN number, 11137. And I'll get a little credit for it. Be all right. You don't have to do that, but that would help me if you do. Anyway, that's Scootaround for all your mobility challenging needs. All right, I'll be back with today's news after a quick break from one of our network sponsors. The top story this morning has to do with a rescue again today. The Carnival Spirit cruise ship has rescued 24 people who were stranded on a small boat in the Caribbean. The interesting thing about this one is where. The operation occurred yesterday as the 2,680 passenger vessel was passing between the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico on an 8-night itinerary based out of Miami. It's an unusual spot for a rescue. During a day at sea en route to Aruba, Carnival Spirit's officers spotted a small, overcrowded boat in distress. The ship responded, and crew members were able to bring all 24 individuals from the small craft with what appeared to be twin outboard motors safely aboard the cruise ship. The nature of the distress has not been disclosed, but the small boat was obviously overcrowded and ill-equipped for a voyage of any length, as there were very few obvious supplies visible, no shelter from the elements, and not everyone aboard had proper life-saving gear. All members of the group were checked by the ship's medical personnel and found to be in pretty good shape. As in standard procedure, they were also given some food and water. The ship's officers contacted Coast Guard officials from Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic to coordinate the refugee transfer to the proper authorities. At 3 p.m. ship's time, a Coast Guard cutter arrived to complete the transfer, releasing Carnival Spirit to resume its journey. No additional information is available. So that's the Carnival Spirit. Congratulations to them on a job well done. Delta Airlines has announced that they have resumed flights to Havana. The carrier, which paused all service to Havana in 2020 amidst the onset of the pandemic, officially restarted the flights Monday with twice daily service from Miami International Airport. Delta is flying the service, which takes just under an hour, on its Boeing 737s. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now? Hi there, Tom just told me that there was no sound. Tom, let him know I'm muted. Good morning, everyone. Okay, folks, I have no idea why that happened. So thank you, Tom, for calling. So, no idea why I was muted out. All right, so let's go back. Let me see where I am now. I got to get back over here. I'll real quickly run over the stories. Carnival Spirit was on its way to Aruba from Miami when it came across 24 people in a boat between Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. They rescued the folks, gave them a medical checkup, gave them food and water, and contacted the authorities in both Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic to coordinate the transfer. The ship finally got back underway at 3 p.m. yesterday after the transfer was made. The second story today had to deal with Delta Air has now resumed flights to Cuba. The flights were announced last year, but Delta started on Monday, 2 flights a day from Miami. Other carriers are currently flying to Havana as well. Delta joins American, JetBlue, Southwest, and United. American and Southwest fly from Miami. JetBlue flies from JFK in New York, and United flies from Newark. According to the State Department, you cannot visit Cuba for tourist activities, but there are activities that you can visit Cuba legally. Family visits, official business of the U.S. government, journalistic activity, professional research and professional meetings, educational activities, religious activities, public performances, and athletic events, support for the Cuban people, and humanitarian projects. Those are the main areas where you can legally travel to Havana. Again, my apologies for the audio. I'll get over in the chat room in a minute to make sure that we did get sound back. It looks like it from my end. A Wonder of the Seas is changing their trans-Pacific cruises. They are calling on Suva, Fiji, rather than Latoka, Fiji. And that will be on both the October 23 Trans-Pacific cruise and the northbound cruise in February of 2024. No detail was given as to why the Fiji ports have been changed. And the final story today, folks. Yesterday, we talked about Carnival raising prices for cabanas. Today, it's food items that are more expensive. Carnival Cruise Line has quietly increased prices for several food items guests can purchase prior to setting sail, making these popular treats more expensive, but without any corresponding changes to the size or quantity. Now, the more costly treats are celebration cakes, chocolate-covered strawberries, freshly baked cookies, sorry, Emma, and assorted party trays. The popular 6-inch cake says happy anniversary, bon voyage, or happy birthday, and other normal celebratory sentiments, is now priced at $12.50. Used to be $10. The 9-inch is $17.50. Used to be $14. Cookies are now $10 for 4 cookies. Wow. The fruit and cheese party tray is $30. It used to be $26. So another thing that Carnival has raised their prices for. All right, let's jump over in the chat room. That's it for the news today, folks. Again, my apologies for the audio. I have no idea when it went out or why it went out. So, Blaine's with us. Hi, Blaine. Mike's here. Dennis is here. Hot air Tom, of course. Who called me? Blaine, get ready to go pick up Nurse Nancy in Atlanta. Her plane is delayed. Might need a ride if she misses her connection. We leave for Florida tomorrow morning, but not in time to get Nancy to her ship in time. We arrive Miami around 6 p.m. Friday. Blaine says, oh, wow, I didn't see that. Luckily, she's leaving a couple days before the cruise, which is smart. Blaine says, what ship are you on? Hot air's on Escape starting Sunday. Sonny's with us. Hi, Sonny. Remember to put a link for Friday's live stream. Yes, I will, Dennis, as soon as I get it. I have not set the show up for Friday. Last week I had problems setting it up early, so I'm going to kind of wait till maybe Friday before I put the link anywhere. Hot Air says, it's Norwegian's first annual Latitude Reward Cruise. They have a number of interesting events planned. Okay. Although I'm still waiting to get confirmations on which ones we get to go to. I selected them a couple weeks ago. We did receive 2 pieces of very nice embroidered packing cubes last Friday. Very nice. It's a Cruise Life is here. Hi, guys. We've made some friends on Spirit now. They captured it all from their balcony. Awesome. All I can say is that boat looks nicer than some we see adrift at sea, run out of gas. They didn't say that. So I got to that point before I lost the sound. Then Blaine says, did we lose sound? Dennis, Tom, let him know he's muted. Sound gone. Chillie Cruises, where did you go? Maybe that cough got him. So I have no idea. Got to go get my phone. Steve Metter. Hi, Steve. Says, hope Chillie's okay. Yeah, I was fine. I have no idea what happened. Nikki's with us. Hi, Nikki. Hot Air says, yeah, he's okay. Blaine says, sounds good. Yep. Since the images have changed, he must be okay. Yes. Katie's with us. She said she hears me too. Lost audio after you mentioned Delta. Well, sorry about that. Oh, well, I got back and covered the main points of the stories. Eddie says, hit the like button, y'all. Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate that. That is a Disney cruise ship. Yes, it's the Wonder, Disney Wonder. Yo, 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 Brooklyn in the house. Eddie's here saying hello to everybody. Did Chillie mention what today is? National Grilled Cheese Day. No, it's National Licorice Day is what I saw. I didn't see National Grilled Cheese Day. I could go with that. Nah, I can't go with National Licorice Day. He mentioned licorice, but not this. Yep, Hot Air. I did not see anything about grilled cheese. Hi, Chillie. Watching from Louisville. Very nice. Getting excited for the Derby. Love your content. Yeah, Steve. Of course, my son lives in Louisville. My son and my grandkids live in Louisville. I've been on the phone with them a lot this week, needless to say, making sure everybody was safe. That was an awful situation for you guys. But anyway, glad you're with us, Steve. And yeah, the Derby's right around the corner. I've been to 2 in my years at UK. So that's, I still watch it every year. I wouldn't miss one for anything. Dennis says, Tom, make them with the thick slice Texas toast bread loaves and with Swiss and cheddar slices. Oh yeah, I could deal with that. Eddie says, just got home myself. Had a biopsy this morning. Hurts right now on my back left side, upper shoulder. Sorry about that, Eddie. Hope it all works out okay. Carol's with us. Hi, Carol. She says hello to everybody. Carol's out on a cruise ship right now. Just thought I'd mention that. I was going to look up, see if she's posted any pictures, and I didn't get that done. So I'll try to catch that up for tomorrow. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Again, my apologies for the audio. I'm not sure how I managed to do that. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's it for today. Tomorrow, of course, we'll have 2 shows. We'll have my show live at 11. We will have Cruise Amigos at 12:30 my time, 11:30 John's time, that's Central time, and then 5:30 British Summer Time for you guys in London and environs. Anyway, that's how Boogie Diner in Aspen made their grilled cheese. That sounds delicious. Yeah, I could definitely deal with that one, Dennis. All right, guys. I'll see everybody back here tomorrow. I've got to do a Zoom call on some future hosted cruises, I hope. Zoom call is coming up at noon. So maybe we'll have some news on another hosted cruise. All right, guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. Hopefully, we'll all get together soon on the high seas. Have a fabulous day, everybody. See you tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.